Oh, this guy just got in and he's already saying some dumb stuff. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is ramping up his attacks on Donald Trump now that he is officially challenging the former president for the 2024 nomination, accusing him in a new interview of abandoning right-wing principles. It seems like he's running to the left, and I have always been somebody that's just been moored into conservative policies, conservative principles, DeSantis said in an interview with Tennessee radio host Matt Murphy. These will be interesting debates to have, but I can tell you, you don't win nationally by moving to the left, he continued. You win nationally by standing for bold policy. We showed that in Florida. I never watered down anything I did. DeSantis announced his long-awaited bid for the Republican nomination Wednesday in a glitch-ridden Twitter broadcast with CEO Elon Musk. While Trump has repeatedly taken swings at the Florida governor over the past 6 months, DeSantis has largely declined to strike back at the former president. However, on Thursday, he took direct aim at Trump's conservative credentials and issues such as Social Security and abortion. I don't know what happened to Donald Trump, DeSantis said. This is a different guy today than when he was running in 2015 and 2016, and I think the direction that he's going with this, his campaign, is the wrong direction. DeSantis is currently trailing Trump in primary surveys by more than 30 points. According to a Thursday polling average from 538, though he regularly comes in second place to the former president, who has wasted no time going on the offensive himself. Wow, the DeSantis Twitter launch is a disaster. His whole campaign will be a disaster. Watch, Trump said in a post on Truth Social, adding later, is the DeSantis launch fatal? Yes. So, I was someone who was really hoping one of the Republicans under Trump could dispatch of him. But I also was someone who was realistic and said, look, these people don't want to criticize Trump. They're afraid of him, and more specifically, they're afraid of his voters. That's why their criticisms are usually goofy stuff, if nothing at all. And DeSantis just proves even more why he's not someone to take seriously at all with these comments. I mean, he says, you don't win nationally by moving to the left. Okay, Trump, during his 2016 campaign, promised to, even though people accused him of plotting to be this like person who kind of governed as a centrist or was left-leaning on some issues, promised to be a conservative in office, and he mostly delivered on that. He appointed 3 right-wing judges who were part of the Roe v. Wade overturning. He was very much involved in every single war that Obama had us in. I mean, I don't know, and made sure to repeal the individual mandate on Obamacare to where less people had health care. So I really don't see where he's moved to the left. But then, and of course, DeSantis doesn't name any specific policies that Trump has actually supposedly gone from one direction to the other. I don't know what happened to him. He says, what's happening is he's probably going to end up whooping your behind in this primary and being the Republican nominee again if you keep this up. You win nationally by standing for bold policy. Well, I would say overturning Roe v. Wade was a pretty bold policy, and it ended up doing the opposite of helping them win. It mobilized a lot of female voters and younger voters to sign up and vote for Democrats, and made it to where they did very well in the midterm where they were expected to lose. So I don't really know what, and I mean, a lot of the stuff that Trump actually campaigns on is economic populism, which is, increasing wages and addressing what he calls the forgotten man and woman. And this is very much of a left-wing brand. I mean, I don't know what bold policy DeSantis has other than getting caught up in culture war garbage like pronouns and banning drag shows and fighting with Disney over LGBT characters in movies. I mean, that's what drives me crazy, because someone like DeSantis really, they think they should be president. They think they should have they should have a chance at the highest office in the land. Of course, they have the right to run. But the reason a guy like this should not come anywhere close to the Oval Office, it's not even about I don't agree with this person politically, because there are some people who I don't agree with politically that I think are of sound mind. He's trying to show you his leadership qualities by, look what I did in Florida. It's like you're nothing. You're a guy who got his little pretty Yale degree and knows that once you're out of that governorship, no one will ever care about anything you have to say about anything ever again. After you're out of the governorship and you lose this primary to Trump, probably very embarrassingly, might I add, you're done. You're going to be finished, and you have wasted. When they write DeSantis's political obituary after he suspends his campaign, probably after Iowa and New Hampshire or Super Tuesday, because he'll try to bank on Florida like Rubio did. They're going to say he was a guy who had a quick rise from congressman to governor with the help of Trump, but was too scared of Trump to actually levy any attacks that were either direct or that made any sense. Trying to say that Trump became some left-wing person because he's saying don't cut this extremely popular program that if Republicans mess with, the Democrats can use to attack them ad nauseum, is insane. I mean, it really, this primary is showing just how brilliant, at least when it comes to topics like this, Trump is. We can get into the whole, like, trial with Eugene Carroll stuff as being done, but like this shows how much of a stranglehold Trump has on the nomination. And it's not because he's this infallible candidate, because the people who are attacking him or running against him are jokes. They either have no criticisms or they come up with stupid stuff to attack him over, like a supposed left-wing turn. So I can't wait to see DeSantis lose. And you know what? I was really hoping Trump wouldn't get the nomination, but honestly, if this is the best that the supposed second place person can do, then he deserves the nomination. Trump has earned it if his competition is this stupid as to make up stuff like this.